it's Rockine. I'm watching another movie of the week, and the movie of this week was Too Fast, Too Furious from 2003, so if you haven't watched it, watch it now. If you're new to movie of the week, what I do is I talk about a movie here, you guys comment below your thoughts. In 2024, I'm doing like franchise and reboots, and so obviously we're doing the Fast and Furious franchise, but I decided to pick two movies, and I actually didn't start with the first one. I started with the second one, and then we're gonna do another Furious movie, which I'll say at the end of the video. So why did I choose not to do the first Fast and Furious movie? I chose, when I did James Bond, I chose the first James Bond and the first James Bond movie, and I think maybe I didn't want to do the exact same thing here. And I think I also, when I was watching this franchise for the first time, I think I liked the second one better than the first one. Paul Walker's character is also in the first one, and I think Vin Diesel and like a lot of the other characters are in the first one that aren't actually in this one. But it was also kind of weird because then I think the third one is Tokyo Drift, or is that the fourth one? So I think it's something where also in the Fast and Furious franchise, they didn't really know what they were doing at the beginning because they didn't have that thing about like family, and Vin Diesel is not in the next like two whatever, like he's not in this one, he's not in the Tokyo Drift one. Really, Tokyo Drift is like has none of the same characters. So I think they like had the first Fast and Furious movie, and this is all like not researched, not backed by data or science. This is just me just thinking what had happened. I don't know. I know I should probably do my research, but anyway, I think it's cool to like analyze first and like say this is what I think happened, and then do the research and be like, oh, I was correct or I was wrong. Even though I probably won't do the research because at the end of the day, I really do not care. So this is what I think happened is they did the first Fast and Furious movie. It did really, really well. And so they were like, we should do another movie, but they weren't really sure yet, like, how can you do a sequel? So they were like, what if we just like kind of take the same character, or we take one character and we just kind of do something with that character? And so they decided maybe to do Paul Walker, maybe because at the time he was more popular than Vin Diesel, obvious, I think, yeah. And so that's why they did that. Obviously, we're introduced to Tyrese, I think, character who becomes something big in the Fast and Furious world. Eva Mendes is in this movie. I don't know if she's in another movie, Fast and Furious, I don't know. And then Suki is, love Suki. And then we're also, that guy who's also a rapper is in this movie. But yeah, so I think they did this movie, and I think it had to do well. And then they were like, let's keep making movies about cars and fast cars. And everyone kind of knows Tokyo Drift, I guess, in a way of like Tokyo drifting or something, I don't know. And so that's why they maybe decided to do a movie, and then I think maybe that one didn't do as well, and they were like, okay, like this didn't have any of the same characters, and that's why I think they went back. And then since then, I think like the movies kind of have the same characters and all about family, and Vin Diesel's the main guy, but that's because, you know, as Paul Walker passed. And it's something where like, Paul Walker, like, I love you so much. Like, I love you. Like, it's just, it's so heartbreaking to watch these movies. Oh my God, I'm gonna start crying. But Paul Walker, like, you're an angel. Also really crazy because, oh my God, I'm still crying. I recently got into Formula One, and it's something where I never thought I would get into a motorsport. Like the people at my work are really into Formula One. So whenever they talked about it, I was like, okay. And then I was like, oh, thinking about it a little bit. And then the newest season of the Netflix show Drive to Survive came out. So I was like, okay, let me look at this. But then I obviously didn't start from like season 6. I started from season 1. And like, people do hate on the Netflix show Drive to Survive if they are like a real Formula One fan. But I feel like that Netflix show like helped me like get into Formula One and like taught me it, because it's like interesting like how it works and operates, and that's like really what I like about Formula One. And so yeah, the Netflix show taught me, and now I'm like watching the races and staying up and whatever, and you know, watching interviews and learning. I'm still learning because it's only been a few months, but yeah. But anyway, it's something where I like never thought I'd get into motorsport, which is kind of crazy because this is like one of my favorite franchises. Like, I love the Fast and Furious franchise because they use the cars as like their superpower. They use the car as like a weapon in a way, and like protection. And you know, it's not really seen in this movie or the first few movies, but like the things they're able to do with cars in later movies, and maybe in the next video when we talk about it, like is actually like so insane. And I think that's what I really loved about this franchise, because it's like, you know, it's like you see chases, you know, a lot of action movies, it's like one car chase per action movie, but this is like a car chase the entire movie, I guess. I don't know. But it's like, it's really something where they were like, they use cars. Like, it's something where no one else, I think, did this yet, where it's like a franchise about racing cars. And, you know, they did struggle at the beginning with like what they were doing with the different types of movies and like where they were going. And I'll get more into this movie. This video is already getting long. So they struggled a little bit, but then they think they found their footing. I mean, the latest movie, which is not the next one we're going to do, was a little bit, you know, like you jumped the shark. But so this one was a little bit weird because Paul Walker was like kind of going undercover for the police, and so it's kind of weird that they went into this direction. I think they just kind of struggled with what they wanted to do. They wanted to bring back this character, and they kind of struggled with what they wanted to do. And so I think maybe they were like, maybe cops and police and that stuff was big at the time, I don't know. So they kind of went down that path, and like, it's an okay movie. Like, it's okay. It's like, you know, you're just like, it's pretty okay. Like, I don't know what else to really say. And then I love the scene at the end where it's like all the cars coming out. Like, that's like a beautiful scene. Like, that makes the movie with all the cars going out. Anyway, it's not a Fast and Furious movie without a street race. I feel like every single movie has at least like one street race. Like, that is like they're racing. It's like, also what I really noticed this time watching is like there's some kind of like vibe, there's kind of like a lifestyle, like it sells, like there's some kind of like, it's like kind of world, like the way they dress and the way they talk and like however else they like go about their day. It's like, it's so interesting. And it's like, I'm not getting the right word, but it's just like, it's like the aesthetic, I guess. It's like the aesthetic, that's the word. The aesthetic of like how they are. And that's why, like, you know, you can see people dressing as Suki for Halloween, and like, I guess there's that, like, now it's a famous TikTok video where she's like, he's like, what's up, Suki? And she's like, what's a bullet? Like, which is like, why are they calling him Bullet? I don't know. This video is already gonna be long, so I kind of will end it soon. But it's just something where it's like, I kind of just want to do a movie because franchises, I don't know, it's hard doing these franchises when it's like multiple movies and I'm not doing all the movies. I guess it's hard, but it's like I can't do how many movies I like can't. But I still think it's important, maybe if I do like a few movies here, then you'll watch the entire franchise, because I feel like it is a good action franchise and people should watch. So the movie that we're gonna do next is Furious 7 from 2015. So yeah, we're jumping a few movies, obviously, and like hopefully we'll see the difference. As I said, like the first few movies, they like, you know, didn't have exact structure. They were kind of doing whatever, and like hopefully, you know, you'll see in Furious 7 like all about the family and like the group them, I guess, hopefully. So, you know, comment your thoughts below about Fast and Furious. And then watch Furious 7 for next week. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and bye.